Welcome, by the way, everyone. Oh, sorry. Doing some text messages in the meantime. Let me just notify Discord as well. This is top 4 of the Gold Cup, which is Crab versus Lion. Seeing as it's Karolina, I'm sure it's going to be on a Lion. Um, Keeper of Aircraft, interesting. Maybe Scorpion. Okay, nice. So we see procedural interference against Fire now. That's actually quite good. Yeah, you can start with that. You can buy the Scout after. As the ordering doesn't really matter. And it might change if you get the honor or not. Buying it with no fate is kind of weird, but at least when it comes to Honor Lion, if you buy your characters with no fate, at least if you can get the value out of them. Wait, we're passing? But there's a fire and all. Why aren't you using procedural interference? You already lost passing fate. I don't know what sort of target you're waiting for. Are you holding it in case of like what is the name again? Third tower? That's I mean have a staging ground at least so you can sort of deal with the difference in seeing less dynasty by keeping procedural interference, but you're an honor deck, so I assume you rather discard fire and or gain the 2 honor. Morphology, Kitsu Spirit Color, and Omoidase. Well, at least Omoidase is a pretty good find um, into a fire animal. Especially with the scout on the field. Sogo can't really choose to dishonor. But yeah, defense with the Omoidasu seems rather given. So yeah, defend, and okay, a fan is played, and in the end, Augury is honored, which, like, is a really bad choice. Like, the Fire Ring was a really bad choice, let me restate that. Both Void, Earth, and Air are, in this case, way better rings to contest. Okay, so we see the military attack onto before the turn on Void. That's a good choice. Of course, contesting air this turn would be favorable. Okay, Void Ring gets one. We get the counterattack on military. On a blade, on a 1-fate character. Okay, that could be Wave the Crowd. But wins the conflict. So all's good there. Gains one of the Honor Blade. So if we're going to Lion, not really up any cards, but up on board at least for one character for one turn. I would have liked to see the procedural interference used. I'm not sure what Karolina is going to do with it now. If she discards it, I'm going to be surprised. But yeah, of course, the Vanguard Warrior saves Augury for the moment. Not that the covert usually matters much. Oh, okay, it's going to be Way of the Crowd. So a card for the +1 honor potentially from the Honor Blade and the Hero of 3/3s, although that wasn't active, truth be told. Okay, the procedural interference wasn't discarded. The Fire and All is also still there. See Paragon being bought, which isn't a good card into Fire and All. So I hope Karolina at least activates procedural interference this turn. Else that Paragon is going to be a really sad Paragon. Although it will probably still win the favor. To discard Steadfast Witch Hunter, okay. Now I just buy the Yasuki as crab. And then you basically have Wonder. Oh, but Honored Veterans is there to counteract the Fire and Oil. So that's a good rally flip. Getting some value out of it for crab. At least. Yeah, I don't really get why you'd use it on the Witch Hunter. I don't think the Witch Hunter was a clear buy this turn. Either way. I also would have bought the Yasuki with a fade. I don't know why it's not faded. I guess you don't want to give the Void Ring too much stock, but having Lion go Void in this scenario isn't too bad, I think. Midnight Rolls, perfect. We'll see if there is a. We'll see if there is a way to bow Righteous Samurai. Wait, why not just bow the Paragon? What is this game? What are these decisions? What card do you have in hand that you're fine with leaving the Paragon up? At least the province isn't going to break, but they're attacking Water Ring. Why they're attacking Water Ring? Why did you bow the character that's going to There's still the problem of the favor, but you completely wasted your Midnight Revels activation. Spicy choices, no dirty deeds. What we call these choices are... I saw a picture of a... What was it? I think it was like red. Was it like beet? How do you say that in English? I know it was some vegetable and pickle pie and pickles. Like that's the sort of choice that was made here. The bad one. See, now you used Guardian Kami to bow the Paragon, so you pay 2 fate extra. And the Watering is still being resolved. So in the end, this is standing. Yeah, that's why, but that's the incorrect decision. You could have just bowed the Paragon, not have bothered with defending with the Yasuki and defended with Oishi. At least then the ring isn't resolved. Hmm. Karolina choosing that Void is more important than Air. I'm not sure that I fully agree, although being able to go for Air is good. If I'm honest, Air was the wrong ring choice for Crab anyway. You want preferably the fate of the Earth ring here. And I think in this situation, Earth is way better for Lion. Just build more card advantage before you go for Air. You're still on your way. Like, look, Crab even at common cost, so it had all the reasons to defend with Oishi and not giving that ring to. Righteous Samurai, when a card effect or ring effect of the opponent would cause you to lose honor, you can honor a character. So if you go for Air and you take 1 honor off of Lion, you essentially gave them the honor back with the honor token that Righteous Samurai is going to provide. So going for Earth and getting a card out of it would have been better. Because this round the Righteous Samurai would just negate the honor drain. At least Crab still has Fire and Oil, and Lion is losing 2 honor this turn, so that's very good. for crab. Like the Kami play wasn't the worst play in existence, but it was. I think it's a wasted 2 fate. You just bow the Paragon, you defend with Oshi, you attack um, with the Yasuki. You had card game, so you could dishonor the Righteous Samurai and won the conflict. And then you can still common cause should they not have defended or only defended with the Steadfast Samurai, and it would be the exact same situation, only you'd be up 2 fate and a Guardian Kami in hand. Okay, we see Season of War on the other side. Season of War could potentially just lead into another Fire and Oil, so I'm not 100% sure that it's the correct play. The procedural interference should have gone on to the Fire and Oil. At worst, you would have gotten 2 honor out of it at least. Not that I would put you in a winning position currently, but that's the sort of situation you take with procedural interference. When it comes to Honor Line and thinking about the crab matchup, you do definitely have to consider that procedural interference, although it's a very good card for your matchup because generally it will discard you what you want. When it comes to crab matchup and Fire and All, you really want to be sure to discard because Fire and All could lose you more than 2 honor, could lose you conflicts, which could gain you honor, so it's a very impactful holding. Okay, Quartermaster, Oguri, Vanguard Warrior. Nothing to sacrifice the Gallant Quartermaster with currently though, so I hope the 1 card in hand is something for that, or that at least one of the top draws will be something. I think Crab could bid more than 1 this turn. They definitely controlled the amount of honor gain for line. Yes, we definitely had a few games where Lion was playing against Tower. And I also think it was an honor line. I'm not sure if it was myself with a Conquest deck or whether it was an honor line deck. But yeah, that was when more people were on Third Tower instead of like EBS or something. And then there was like a procedural interference who could discard Third Tower on the Stronghold or could at least offset some of the honor loss. But for that matchup, you rather have a Season of War because then you're at least certain you're going to discard it and either they apprentice engineer it into the row or it's gone. But yeah, well, at least Centaur is here to steal Fire and Oil. That's good. Tsuru went air and got one from Karolina, so that's pretty good right now. So yeah, we'll see Fire and Oil used on Centaur, and Centaur will now steal Fire and Oil. Although it's another honor loss, so. Oh, and we see Final Whisper as well. I would have put it on the mod, so I don't think. I don't think draining one on a right now is necessary when you can depower the character that's staying. I also think the first initial low fade buys were, I think, correct. Way of the Crab was there, but low fading your characters as honor lion after that is just wrong, especially if you need to fight into Fire and all. You need to start thinking about, okay, don't I need to go into a conquest game plan? And stuff like that. Okay, yeah, couldn't come about if I got wrong. So, third, like, a third conflict is probably unlikely. Oishu is a decent card, but yeah, even WoW Crab goes relatively wide. I'm not sure if it ever makes use of the third conflict like ever. Okay, Apprentice Engineer comes in for the conflict. That's me proven wrong. And Iron Man discards the recall defenses, and then there's definitely a tower in there somewhere. You ever seen Iron Man save a gallant quartermaster? And that's what I call value. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of salt, right? So, mm, yeah, Crabbot just expand Lion is actually further from their win condition than they started the game with. So, it's going to be a slow grind, but I assume Crab is going to end up winning this one. There's nothing broken. And I expect Crab to start slowly breaking things and Lion never getting there on a condition. So we see an Earthring attack, ends up just being defended by Osh? No. Just not being defended by Q, then you come up Bows. Okay, Bows the engineer, right? Oshi triggers for the extra attack. Then we have a covert attack. And the student of anatomy is blanked. The gallant quartermaster covert on the scout. Yeah, this is Gold Cup people, and next we'll be doing Swiss for Discord League, which will be my game against Tsuru. But no, Melinto, I don't think you need to hope for any Lion victory here. Lion is as far of a victory as the Unicorn are from the wall. No, Seeker of Knowledge. Bit of an expensive card. 5-0 comes in. So the political attack, okay, the political attack isn't coming. The attack by the initiate won't do much, so better to pass the opportunity. I don't think the one card in his hand is going to do something, so favor keeps on the crab side. Problem is, nothing is being done here. There are no breaks. Because, of course, Kunicom is very good at slowing down. And every lion body is going to create some. He is going to create some hurdle for crab to overcome, and they just don't have the. At least this deck doesn't have the pump. It has the Guardian, which should, you'd think, like be able to win a conflict, but so as a Guardian, which is, what is it, tainted, and discards a token on a character or province. Right, okay. Yeah, I do think Crab is like playing it a bit too safe with how low on Honor Lion is. I think they could have like gotten 2 breaks, depending whether they found like before the turn or something. But Lion can come back into the game. It's just going to be rather hard. The Seeker of Knowledge and the Prodigy don't do much. The Bushido Adherent should actually be the card to try and gain an advantage here. Because currently Midnight Revels is hard to attack into. And so is before the turn, I guess, in some way. Yeah, okay, so Bushido Adherent is... You can check in chat. You can hover and it shows the target. Why did I make this feature but no one uses it? I guess some people still don't know about it. Look, it gives the same green glow. Ooh. But not enough people know. All my work. It goes by. It goes over everyone's head. Yeah, Crab just couldn't get a break last turn because the Hida Guardian didn't have like enough holdings to boost, and like Crab just isn't committing enough. Um, and Lion, when it attacks and Crab defends with enough, it just bows another character, and then you need a stand or something. Gets the Keeper with Keeper of Air. I mean, this game is going to end on time before any victory condition. Um, this is like the problem with some of the like Dishonor versus Honor decks. You you end up with like low power characters sometimes, which are meant to just gain honor or dishonor, and you don't have card in hand because you can't bid for it. And so you end up just butting heads over rings that don't really matter. Not breaking a province, and then you're just waiting here, running out the clock. See, and now in this instance, Tsuru could have just defended with the Keeper Initiate and the Exiled Guardian, but no, he went safe and chose the Heater Guardian to potentially indeed like play around the Way of the Lion to give +4/+4. But just to defend against the firing, that slows down the game a lot when you could have defended with the keep your initiate and then go in for the military break with the student of anatomies, and you could have gone water. Because now Cutie Coma activates again, fires your student of anatomies, and nothing's going to happen this turn again. Alright, and the game ends in concession, and Tsuru wins the game after keeping Lion from the victory condition. So Tsuru goes to the final. I mean, it would become riveting gameplay if if any of the players, like, at any point in the game notices that their victory condition isn't going to happen and starts to um, play accordingly. Like, in this scenario, Karolina could have just be faster, so the less down on clock, or um, like, just stop playing the game in a different way. Like, you went against one way of the crab. Now, okay, you know that honor is going to be really, really hard to achieve because of fire and oil and because you didn't gain any honor. That you need to start like buying characters with fate, go for a wider board, try to go and break. Um, Karolina decided not to discard the initial fire and oil first turn, which I found a weird decision. At least you either gain 2 fate out of it, or, in my opinion, Tsuru makes the mistake to discard it. I think you let, unless of course it's going to win them the game that turn, you let Lion take the 2 on it just because of how powerful Fire and Oil is in the matchup. Uh, so yeah. We'll be switching over to my final Discord League game in the Swiss.